Tonight, 110 people from all over the country will arrive in Birmingham to help shape the future. They're part of an unprecedented citizens' assembly put together to tackle the UK's response to climate change. But what can each of us do as individuals? Well, that is the challenge that we've been putting to our environment correspondent, David Gregory-Kumar, who's with me now. And David, I believe tonight it's all about planting trees.
It is indeed. So planting trees is a form of carbon offset. The idea is it soaks up the greenhouse gas carbon dioxide, and so you can do things like fly a plane and then plant a tree to make up for it. And it's an idea that's taking place right here in the Midlands.
I'm Miss Knights and I'm a science teacher here at St Martin's.
My name's Millie and I'm 13 years old.
I'm Keita and I'm 12 years old.
So trees sequester carbon. They're very, very effective. They're the best technology on the planet and they're natural.
School was 70 years old last year. One of the ideas that came back was planting trees because the school's 70-year-old legacy could then go on.
I think it was a great thing to do.
They give us oxygen and we need more of that.
And even though it's our 70th anniversary, we're giving it back to the environment.
People are cutting down trees and then we're replacing the trees, so that means that we have more oxygen and less carbon dioxide.
I really care about the environment.
The UK government target by 2050 is to go net zero carbon, which is huge, and a massive part of that is tree planting in the UK, and there's going to have to be 1.5 billion trees planted in that time.
And thanks to staff and pupils of St Martin's Catholic Voluntary Academy. And that was Katie Elmer there from Carbon Footprint. That's one of many companies you can pay to do things like plant trees to try and reduce or make up for sort of things you've done, like take flights or drive your car.
Talking of which, the challenge has been for you to reduce your carbon footprint. How have you been getting on?
Well, let's have a look at my famous five-toed now carbon footprint. It's the measure of all the climate change gases I produced last year by living and working. We said it was about 8.9 tonnes of carbon dioxide, and as we said during the week, that's lower than average, which is about sort of 10, 11 tonnes. I don't have a car, that's one big change, and I use green energy in my home. But there's one glaring thing we haven't really talked about this week, and that is the 3 return flights I took last year. Now, that's by far the biggest chunk of my carbon footprint.
So could you plant trees to try and offset that?
I could. I think a better thing to do might be actually to look at maybe not taking so many flights at all. So more camping in Shropshire, less Spanish sangria.
Shropshire is a lovely county. What about smaller measures you could take, day-to-day stuff?
I think the thing that really surprised me was the difference swapping my asthma inhaler for a greener version with Make. That was quite a big change, and it's something, having talked to my GP, I think I'm probably happy to do. But obviously you should talk to your doctor first if you want to decide to do something similar. I've got to be very clear about that. Things like going vegan, though, probably not for me. I do like meat, but that's the thing I've learnt this week. So I could reduce my flights, maybe swap my inhaler, use public transport more for work, and all of those are changes I can make that I think I could stick with. So all change is good to shrink your carbon footprint. It's the ones you stick with, though, that make the difference.
Got to be sustainable, as it were. David, thank you very much for that interesting stuff.